welcome to the Herbal Moon Goddess podcast. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how to grow your following for your business without playing the numbers game. I'm talking about how to grow like your followers, your email subscribers, or whatever it may be, authentically and in alignment with your soul's purpose. I see a lot of like business coaches and like social media strategists who tell you to, do all these things to grow your Instagram following or whatever it may be. There's another way. You don't have to be making reels every day. You don't need to be DMing people all the time to grow your following and to convert your followers into buyers. So that's what we're covering in today's episode. So if you're a business owner and an entrepreneur, then keep listening because this is going to really help you expand your reach in a beautiful, organic, and authentic way. So before we dive into this, I would love to invite you to my 3-day Biz Growth Challenge. It's starting this Thursday, the 24th of March, 2022. It's a totally free online event where over 3 days, I'm going to be sharing with you exactly how to find clarity on your ideal followers and clients, how to grow your Instagram, and how to grow your email list. So if you don't already have an email list and you're not working on growing your email list, I'm going to tell you now that this is way more important than however many social media followers you have. Your email list is where the money is. So if you're not working on your email list, then you really need to jump into this challenge because I'm going to be sharing with you exactly how to get started with growing your email list. So the link to join the free 3-day challenge is in the show notes below. I cannot wait to see you inside the challenge. So before we get started, let's just talk a little bit about the numbers game. So I fall into this trap myself quite a lot. When we're talking about like social media and stuff, we can really fall into the trap of the numbers game. We can get so wrapped up in the number of followers that we have, how many likes a post has, or, all those different numbers, all those different statistics. And, sometimes you might put out a post and it might have like hardly any likes. And, it can really make you feel bad. Or, you may lose some followers and that makes you feel bad. So what I'd really love for you to get from today's episode is don't play the numbers game. You just keep showing up, you keep doing you keep sharing your light, your gifts out into the world, and you don't worry about the numbers, okay? Don't worry about the numbers. Don't play the numbers game. What I'd really love for you to focus on instead is quality over quantity. Honestly, you could have 100 followers, but if those 100 followers are like people that you actually engage with, then that is far more powerful than having 10,000 followers and not really having a relationship with any of them. So quality over quantity, that is the main takeaway from today's episode. So let's dive a bit more into that. Let's unpack that. How do you create quality over quantity? So when we're talking about social media, I think, sometimes we kind of fall into the trap of needing to post on social media like every day. We kind of feel like we've got to show up, we've got to post something, or, it may not be every day. Whatever it is for you, you may have your own schedule. But sometimes, we're kind of like, well, what am I going to post about today? So you quickly rack your brain and you come up with something, or you create a, humorous reel or whatever it is. But, while that's great, while consistency is really great, I'm going to talk more about consistency shortly. Sometimes, it's better to not post as much, but the posts that you do are really high quality. An account that does this really well is Crafting Witch on Instagram. I haven't checked exactly how many followers she's got now, but it's like way over 100,000 followers. And she has only like a small kind of handful of posts, but she is an amazing illustrator, and you can see that each one of her posts, she has spent hours illustrating this beautiful graphic. And she's such a good example of quality over quantity. It's because of her extremely high quality posts that she's magnetizing so many followers. So she's a really good example if you want to go check out someone who's really doing the quality over quantity thing. So that's like, yeah, with your posts, definitely going for quality over quantity. If you're just posting, you know, I don't want to say crap, but if you're posting crap all the time, like it's, you know, it's not as good as if you were to maybe, you know, just post once a week, but make that post very well thought out, and you put a lot of like effort into that, and it's very aligned to what your followers are wanting from you, as well as what you're offering. So quality over quantity. So going back to the followers as well, creating quality over quantity with followers is about creating relationships with your followers. So, you know, social media is a place to be social. So it's really good to actually engage with people who may be commenting on your posts, who are following you. You don't necessarily have to follow everyone who follows you, but if someone follows you and they have an interesting username, why not click through, check out their profile, and if you like what you see, leave some comments, or you could send a message. Like, it's all about cultivating relationships with people who have the same sort of vibes as you. So focus on doing that, on creating quality over quantity, whether that's with your followers or with your content. And that's going to help you really stop playing the numbers game and also get the most out of social media, rather than, well, following the numbers game and like just trying to keep up with the changing algorithms. So talking more about content, because really, if you're not sharing content, then you're not really giving people a reason to follow you. So the things that I have learned through growing my own Instagram account to over 40,000 followers is to create content that is either shareable or relatable. So shareable content that has the potential to go viral is, well, that was pretty much the basis of my strategy when I first started up my Instagram account for Herbal Moon Goddess. I was really specific in the content that I was sharing so that it could gain that traction and have that potential to get lots of likes and thus get lots of followers. Is that the best strategy for you to use? I would probably say no. If I was to start all over again, I probably wouldn't do that. But for me, it definitely worked, and I did get a lot of followers from doing that. I was sharing content that was already popular and reposting that content, giving full credit to the original creators of that content, but, you know, maybe popping in my own little caption of how it related to what I was talking about in Herbal Moon Goddess. And then I was also creating my own content and posting that as well. So I had like a mix of, you know, reposting stuff as well as my own original content, but still going for that aim of it being shareable and potentially to go viral. And, you know, that's what I guess is making Reels really good right now. If you're on Instagram and using Reels, it's got that real kind of trending viral sort of vibe to it, where, you know, people are really quite hooked on that catchy little format of short videos, and you have that potential to get heaps and heaps of views on your Reels. But the thing that I'm finding with Reels is that you can be an account that You might post a really popular reel. It might get, thousands and thousands of views, but is that actually translating to getting likes or followers or even converting into paying clients or customers, which ultimately is, what the aim is, right? Like if you're on social media, you're ultimately there to market your business and to generate paying customers and clients. So yes, reels are really good for expanding your visibility, but they may not be great for converting people who watch those reels into followers or clients. So keeping that in mind if that's something that you're doing. So I said that, I talked a little bit about the shareable content, but also relatable content is important. I feel like showing up really authentically on social media, showing lots of photos of your beautiful face, or, stuff that's very real, even if it's messy. Like people relate to messy stuff because in reality, not many of us probably have the picture perfect homes that you do tend to see on social media. The reality is that a lot of us do have some sort of mess in our lives. So sharing messy stuff is very relatable. Sharing kind of like those ugly bits and pieces can be really, really relatable. And it develops that trust factor between you and your followers, because people are seeing like that kind of vulnerable, authentic side of yourself, which, that's really powerful. That's more powerful than, putting up a picture, picture perfect picture of something. So relatable and shareable are really the keys for what you should be sharing on social media in terms of content, for creating an aligned following of people who actually love what you're sharing. So consistency. Consistency is absolutely key as well to growing your following, whether that's like your social media following or your email list following. Consistency is absolutely key. So for you, that doesn't necessarily need to mean showing up every day, but you may have like your own sort of routine, like at least showing up a few times a week. If you want to grow your Instagram account or your Facebook or whatever it is that you're working on, if you just keep showing up, that's going to help you grow. If you don't show up, then of course you're not going to grow. So showing up will absolutely help you. There's been like a few different platforms where I had really good traction because I was showing up daily, and then I kind of lost my interest in it. And that's when, people stop liking, people stop subscribing, people stop following. So you've got to show up. If you want people to, sign up to your email list, send out an email regularly. If you want people to stay subscribed to your email list, send out an email regularly. Because if you get people onto your email list, for example, and you only send out an email like maybe once every 3 months, then maybe by the time that email is eventually sent out, your subscribers may be wondering who you are. Did they even subscribe to you in the first place? Like they may not have even remembered subscribing to you, and they may, just automatically go to the unsubscribe because they're like, I didn't sign up for this. So consistency is really important, whether that's posting on social media or sending out your emails. Developing a consistent routine that works for you will really help you grow. So, like I said, we don't want to be playing the numbers game. It's not just all about, following the algorithm and trying to stay on top of the algorithm. Like, personally, what absolutely drives me crazy is that Facebook is like, pay money to boost the visibility of this post. And it's like, no, I'm not doing that. Anyway, I digress. So what we want to do is we want to get people to take the next step. When you're growing your social media following, the next logical step is to maybe get them to engage with you through like another platform. So whether that's maybe listening to your podcast or watching a video on YouTube or signing up to your newsletter or whatever that next step is. That will vary depending on your business model, your offerings. But you really want to try to get your followers to take that next step. And that next step should be something that's free. People who are on social media scrolling, they're not necessarily there to buy something. Like, I mean, who seriously jumps on Instagram with the thought like, oh, I need to go buy something, and so they're scrolling and it's like, oh, I'm going to buy. No, that's not what happens. Like, people are just there often like killing time or whatever. And so if you have something free, like a lead magnet, as it can be called, that can really help with converting those followers, to the next step of your ladder, so to speak. Like they, become more engaged with you and your brand, which ultimately is creating, that trust and like factor, which ultimately will lead to them buying stuff from you. So when you're on social media and you're posting, just keep that in mind. What is the next step? What is the next step that you want your followers to take with you? So I do go into more depth with growing like your email list. Like I really take you through all the steps that you need to create like lead magnets, opt-in freebies, that sort of thing to grow your list in the Soul Aligned Business Mastermind. Enrollments are open and we are officially starting on the 1st of April 2022. I'm so excited. It's like lining up with the new moon in Aries, like the start of the astrological new year. And it's a 6-month mastermind with you, me, and your mastermind buddies, where we get together every 2 weeks on each new and full moon for a bit of a ceremony and a lesson on how to launch and grow your business in alignment with your soul's purpose. So if you're a business owner and you want to make more money, you really want to grow your business, expand your reach, maybe you want to stand out as an expert in your field, maybe you just want to get more clients, more customers, I'm here to help you. I have so much wisdom to share with you inside the Soul Aligned Business Mastermind. So if that is something that you know that you need, click the link in the show notes to check out the full details and see if it's right for you. So I hope that this episode was really helpful for you to help you stop playing the numbers game and to start focusing on quality over quantity in your social media or your email list or whatever it may be. And again, an invitation if you do want to join in for my 3-day Biz Growth Challenge, where we are going to be focusing on the steps for growing your Instagram following, your email list, as well as really nailing down your ideal client and your ideal follower, which is super important. Like, I don't think enough people do that. But if that's going to really help you, you need to come check this out. It's a free challenge. I'm really, really excited about doing this week and sharing some positive vibes with you all to help you all grow your business and make more money doing what you love. So I'd love to see you inside the challenge. I'd love to see you inside the mastermind if you're called. Otherwise, I'll catch you all on the next episode of the Herbal Moon Goddess podcast. Bye.